As Denmark stepped up to lead the European Union for the next 6 months, it wasted no time, throwing its full weight behind Ukraine's crumbling EU dream. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in Aarhus for the ceremonial launch of Denmark's EU presidency. With US support waning, Zelensky pleaded with Brussels to begin accession talks.
Ukraine has already done everything required to start accession talks, including being ready to open the first cluster, fundamentals, and we will be ready for the other clusters later this year. It's time to open the clusters, and the third goal is coordination. Now, when there are doubts about continued US support for Europe, it's even more important to strengthen our cooperation and coordination through the EU, NATO, and also in our direct relations, both with each other in Europe and with the United States.
Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen embraced the moment, openly calling on Europe to fill the gap left by America's retreat.
With the U.S. deciding to pause sending some military weapons to Ukraine, the EU must fill those gaps.
European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen doubled down, announcing a massive arms boost for Ukraine, funded with frozen Russian assets.
We will deliver 2 million shells to Ukraine by the end of the year. We also invested 2.1 billion euros to strengthen Ukraine's defense right now. And important is the origin of this money. We're doing this by using the windfall profits from immobilized Russian assets. So in practice, Russia is paying for the weapons Ukraine is using.
But while Copenhagen rolls out the red carpet, Eastern Europe is slamming the door shut. Poland's president-elect, Karol Nawrocki, fired the first shot, rejecting any fast track for Ukraine.
I am against the unconditional entry of Ukraine into the European Union. Many countries, including Poland, have been waiting for years to meet the specific expectations of the European Union, to be part of the European Union. This is not the time to seriously talk about Ukraine's entry.
In Bratislava, Robert Fico made it personal. No meetings, no diplomacy, no mercy.
My meeting with Zelensky has no point. He hates me because I speak the truth about the war.
And Viktor Orban, still proudly blocking Ukraine's NATO ambitions, calling the whole idea absurd.
NATO has no business in Ukraine. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. And my job is to keep it as it is.
So as Denmark kicks off its EU presidency with hugs and headlines, the bloc itself is fracturing. The West cheers, the East revolts, and Zelensky is caught in the middle. The message from Europe's East is brutal and clear. Ukraine may be fighting Russia, but it's losing Europe